Alright, guys and gals, we are back with El Nacho. He's playing with the Guitar Hero controller for a very good reason. You guys have met that donation incentive, so Freedom Planet with that controller there. So before we get started here, I have a donation to read. We have a $50 donation from Blazing Zeddy. He says, "Thanks for having me and putting on a great show. Put this towards the remaining on-off incentives." So with that donation, we're going to be putting that towards the Corneria only expert cockpit run. That's going to be after the Star Fox 64 score attack run race. So that's going to be for that one, at least for now. So without further ado, Nacho, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so hello everyone, I'm El Nacho, and I'll be playing Freedom Planet with a Guitar Hero controller. I'll explain the controls after I'm done with this cutscene. Funny story, the reason why I started doing these runs is because I just thought, hey, this controller works with my PC, what kind of dumb shit can I do with it? And surprise, surprise, I can play this game with it. And the reason I'm playing with the adventure mode is because of the adventure skip. I can just skip this cutscene, and with that, I just skip the first level. And okay, now that I'm in a safe area, I can explain. So green jumps, red is the normal attack, yellow is the special. I can't show it off here because I don't have any meter, but it's for Carol is her wild kicks. Blue is down and orange is up. Also, if I strum down, I go right, and if I strum up, I go left. That's all you need to know. So let's get the run started. So that I just did, I just skipped the first two stages. So now I start in stage 3, which is Fortnite. Now the main way Carol goes fast is with her bike, and there you go. When I press the orange button, I boost. That's what the button does. And yeah, so the main way Carol goes fast is with her bike. I just picked up the invincibility. She also has this, which are we call them. They're called wild claws. They do more damage than the regular claws, and they're basically your main way of doing damage in this game. Over here. And yeah, normally I play this game with an Xbox controller, but you know, today's a special occasion. I've run this game multiple times, so I decided to switch it around. And yeah, so right now I'm just... Something I have never been able to do with this controller is the second run warp, which you're gonna see eventually if I get past this part. Jesus. There we go. Because the run warp is very finicky already with a Xbox controller, so playing with this is gonna make it just even harder. Okay, can you grab the wall, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm about to reach the area. Okay, so it's right here. Ah, I missed it. So what I wanted to do is I want to hit the loading zone and boost right as I hit it, and that'll let me skip half the next screen. Okay, I wasted too much time. I'm just gonna play the stage normal. So yeah, if I had done it right, I could skip this whole part that I'm doing right now. Right about I wouldn't have to deal with this right here. Right about here is where it starts me, if I do it right. So I'm about to reach the first mini-boss. Something that I always want to do when I play Carol is not fight bosses with the bike. And here you see me doing a lot of wild claws. That's how I do damage. The wild kicks are good for damage, but they're better used for invincibility frames other than because wild claws are just more efficient at that. So now we're at the second section of Fortune Knight, which is a shopping mall, which a lot of things that shoot you because duh, video game. I just want to go down here. I need to get up there so I could just keep going up this way. So I mean, it doesn't waste too much time because I didn't like spend time trying to get the thing. But sometimes it wastes a lot of time if I miss it. Something you see me doing a lot is clawing as soon as I double jump. That just makes the jump smaller and also makes it waste less meter, which actually doesn't really matter for Carol that much. But it's still good just for the sake of control. So we're fighting the same mini boss again. And now we're about to hit the main boss, which is Serpentine on the Robo Panther, which is that big boy over there. Also, something I need to mention, I'm playing on a different version of the game. Normally I play on version 1.21.5. The problem is that it doesn't natively work well with the controller. Now there was a way for me to play with the controller, but I couldn't like do it again for some reason. It just didn't work. And the problem with the beta is that there's a very important thing you can do, which is after a wild kicks you can double jump. Problem is, in this version you can't do that, so fighting this boss is a pain in the ass. So yeah, the game version is important specifically for this boss. He's almost dead. Just need to... There we go, now I just need to get him 3 times. There's 1, 2, and so that's Fortune Knight. Normally the third stage, but in adventure mode, thanks to the skip, I think it's the first stage for me. Only Carol can do the skip. Mila has a similar glitch that allows her to skip the second stage, but only the second stage, and Lilac doesn't have any of that. So now I just need to skip the scene, go to the next stage. So this is Sky Battalion, probably my favorite stage in the game, even though it's a god-awful stage for Carol. I'm gonna pause right here. Restart so I can reset those ships without wasting time. So yeah, the reason why this stage is really bad for Carol is because there's only 1 bike in the entire stage and it's hitting. And the problem with having only 1 bike is the bike is really fragile. If you get hit 3 times, the bike is gone. The health resets every screen or every time you pick another gas can, but there's only 1 gas can in the game, so... Not in the game, in the stage. And I messed that up. So the gas can is over here to the left. This is the only gas can in the stage. And then there's those 3 cannons. They instantly destroy your bike. So that screen alone is the reason why this stage is so bad for Carol. Okay, that's the first mini boss. There are 3 mini bosses in the stage. That was the first one. I think I fucked it up. Okay, I did and I didn't. So I didn't make it, but I made it. It's weird. So the game thinks I died, but I didn't. Problem is, since the game think I died, that means I lost the bike, so I don't have the bike. So you can see the huge contrast between not having a bike as Carl. She's way slower. And yeah, that's why this stage is really bad for Carl. With only having one bike in the entire stage is not good design in my opinion. Especially when there's like 3 gauntlets you have to survive. But that was the second mini boss. So now we're at the metal ship. No, not the metal ship, the other three. The metal ship is the first one. Once again, I'm gonna pause and restart so I don't have to wait for the ships. I'm just gonna go down here. So we're about to hit the third mini boss. I just need to go through here. I'm gonna go up here for a shield real quick, which makes it way easier to deal with the boss. Let's get up here. So this is the metal ship, not the metal ship, the metal shield. It makes me immune to spikes and electric attacks, which is good for the boss at the end. I usually hit this guy for 5 times. So there's 2. There's 3. 4, and here's the last hit. There we go. Dead. Now getting that jump is very difficult because it's such a long distance. You have to time the jump perfectly. I forgot I need to be up here.
You will face justice. Surrender!
That chance, Buster.
So you have chosen death. How pathetic!
So this is Dale. I just need to destroy all of the orbs on the peacock 5 times. They die in 1 hit, which is good. The third phase, he'll always start with an invincible attack. I can get at least 2 before he starts, and I can just destroy the rest and get him once. And yeah, I just have to do this 5 times and then I win.
It's work.
Or he can do that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. And that one too. That's also nice. There we go. So that was Sky Battalion. Favorite stage? One of the worst stages for Carl.
Far from over.
Feel my power.
So now I just gotta wait. Again, I just have to wait for this to finish. And then I can just skip to the next stage. This is Jade Creek. This is just one of the best stages in the game in general. It starts you off with a bike, and it's just generally a very fast stage. So I'm being chased by the police. I have no idea what those things are called. They're very weird. I don't understand what they are. I don't know what they're called. And frankly, they terrify me. Okay, first time I've seen this spike just stop me. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna blame it on me being the beta. Okay. I got this, I swear. I've done it before. There we go. So you saw like big bubbles. I avoid them because they slow me down. We're about to hit the mini boss. If I can get off the bike. So this is Mira. In my opinion, this is the first big wall you find in if you're playing the game for the first time, because she does a lot of damage. I'm almost dead. And not dead. That also means I don't have a bike anymore, so the stage just got way slower. Okay, there we go. That was near. So now we start the second part of the stage, which is a submarine that shoots missiles on itself. So you'll notice the water is rising and lowering. That I believe that's something like a global cycle, which means that it's always happening in the background, even if you're not in the sub. So I just need to make it to the end of this zone, which is annoying because I don't have a bike. I'm just gonna take this shield real quick. Okay, so that was the submarine. We're done with that part. I just need to... Normally I could just skip this whole thing that I'm doing of going up this wall and then jumping to this platform. But I need the bike for that, so I can't do it. Gonna take this shield. I don't remember if I got hit or not with the other one, but it's better to have 2 hits instead of just 1. So we're at the main boss. It's Serpentine again. Normally with the bike you just run him over and over again until he stops. But we don't have a bike, so I have to wall throw into it until it stops. He should be stopping soon. Stop. There we go. Now he's in a big chopper. I gotta destroy the windshield. So there's a gas can right there. I'm trying to not grab it because it's better to fight the boss without it. There we go. And that was Jade Creek. Now after this, there's a short unskippable cutscene. I have to mash through it. I can't skip it. Okay, now I can go to the next stage. So this is Trap Hideout. This is supposed to be Carol's exclusive stage, except she doesn't have an exclusive stage. She shares this with Mila. And also, you know, you'd think as an exclusive stage it'd be like her best stage. Those lasers, they don't care. Normally you can just wild kick through anything. No, those lasers, no. You just get hit. As I did just demonstrated there. And the problem with these lasers is they just stop you. They stun lock you and stop you. Which is always fun. So that was I guess the first mini boss. Now here what I'm doing here is a reset. It saves in game time because it resets the timer and allows you to move. It only works in this stage. I'm not entirely sure why, and I needed to get up there, but it's too late, the platforms are gone. I need to take the long way. Now what I'm gonna do is get up top of this barrel, go all the way to the right and jump off here, and get up here. This is where the bike is. Okay, now I gotta be careful because there's a lot of things to avoid, and I almost got hit by those bombs. Okay, so now I have the wood shield. What this shield does is every 20 crystals I pick up, it spawns 1 health pickup, and it also attracts health. So this is the second mini boss. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention, since this is a completely perfect game with absolutely no flaws whatsoever, if you get hit while you're off the bike, it counts towards the bike. So if, for example, your bike has all 3 hits, and again, this is another one over here. So if you get hit, so as I said before, the bike has 3 hits. If it gets hit a 3rd time, it dies. Problem is, if you're off the bike, you think, oh, I can get hit all the time and it won't count. It counts. If you get hit twice while you're off the bike, then you get on the bike and get hit one more time, the bike is dead. Like, it just dies. Which is good. I'm about to die, I don't want to die. Okay, so now what I wanted to do here is not mess that up. Just restart here. So what I want to do is I want to get up there, all the way up, and double jump 4 times here. Now the reason why I want to do this is the boss hitbox stays there, it like spawns there, and I can just hit it. Oh, right now I have to fight 99 ninjas by the way. So the boss hitbox is active the entire time, and it's up there. So what I need to do is I want to double jump 4 times, and that'll damage him enough that I can just one-shot him when he spawns. If I do too much damage, he becomes invincible. So I have to be very careful not to overshoot it. Only 2 guys left. There we go. And we just wait for the guy to spawn. There he is, that's Spade. And he's dead. So that was Tribe Hideout. After this, there's another cutscene I can't skip. So I just need to mash through it and then I'm allowed to skip to the next stage. Okay, so this is Thermal Base. I hate this stage. This stage is the worst. I just need to get all the way over here. There's... walk it through here. Grab this. Now, the reason why I hate this stage is right here. There's a sip here that is very finicky. Normally, under normal circumstances, I would just try it once and move on. But since this is a marathon, I'll just try it 3 times. Okay, so this sip, if I get it first time, I just save like 30 seconds. Which is why I hate it so much. If it was like, just like 5 seconds, it wouldn't bother me, but now it's like 30 seconds. Before it just makes me skip like all this going back and forth that I'm doing right now. I just don't have to deal with that boss, or I don't have to wait for all this. I'm gonna take the shield for safety. But yeah, normally I would clear this screen in like 40 seconds, and you can see that I'm already like 1 minute 30 seconds in.
Please remove yourself from the facility.
The best I've done this room without the sip is like 110. So yeah, the sip is almost necessary at this point. Which is why I hate it. It's annoying. Now I'm gonna restart here. So I can despawn those guys. Now here's another sip that this one is in a pain. I just need to get below this box over here. Just jump on it a bunch of times. There we go. So they're overlapping, and I can just do this. And that's the screen clear. Now I think we're about to hit the mini boss. I missed that. If I didn't miss that hang bar, I wouldn't have those guys follow me. Sometimes they de-aggro, sometimes they don't. They're very weird. And nobody seems to quite understand how they work. They just do. I'm just gonna fight him. There we go. Okay, so this is Syntax. This is both the mini boss and the end boss of the stage. There we go. That's the first phase done. That's the second phase done. That's the mini boss. So now I'm being chased by lava. Just gonna go ahead and grab the first bike in the entire stage, you know, halfway done to get a bike. Which is always nice, getting the thing you need to go fast halfway through the stage. That's another reason why I hate this stage. And now that we're in the second part of Thermal Base, I can explain a lot more reasons why I hate this stage. Key card, or I can just not grab it. That's nice. Shield. Okay, so we're about to hit the part that I absolutely hate, because it's the only stage that does this, and it's annoying. To get here. I'm just gonna while kicking doesn't it makes it so you don't obey like water fists. So normally the water current would push you, but you know, because I while kicked, it doesn't matter. Okay, so these crushers. This is another reason why I hate this stage. The crushers are just one huge hitbox that just kill you. Like, it doesn't crush you if it hits you, like, and if it actually crushes you, no, if it hits you, you're dead. So I have to wait for them to go down before I can actually start going fast. Okay, I got past them, which is nice. Now I just want to get all the way up here. And now I'm gonna do a trick that I haven't shown because... Oh boy, okay. This is very scary right now because it worked with both quit and restart. Okay, yeah, it worked. Somehow. It didn't look like it worked, but okay. Maybe I just didn't press the button.
Still during the incineration process.
Okay, so this is Syntax again as the end boss. Just gonna stand down here and wait for her to appear again. Okay, now I just need to do it a third time, but this time I have to wait a lot more. I have to wait for the ball to go around the stage. Another reason why I hate this stage, the boss is stun lock, the boss. Like, that's all it does, it just stun locks you. It's very annoying. I just hate stun locking in general. It's not fun to play against. It's cheap to do it against like other people in like multiplayer games. Just gonna skip to the next stage. So now this is the shoot 'em up. This part doesn't matter. It just doesn't. You can die here, you can get a game over, you can spend here like your entire evening, you can still get world record because it doesn't count. So yeah, there's nothing going on right now. I just need to hold right and hold shoot and occasionally use the fire. That's it. Very challenging. Probably the hardest part in the game. Okay, so this is the end boss of the shmup section. And that was the boss. Again, really challenging boss fight. I almost didn't make it. Okay, so this is Battle Glacier. Probably the biggest wall for a casual player just because of how long the stage is. And it's just an onslaught of things happening. Oh yeah, I just noticed another thing the beta does for some unexplained reason. It lowers the difficulty after the shmup. I'm just getting like regen health. I forgot it did this. Huh. Now the question is it on easy or casual? I think it's on easy right now. Okay, hand. But yeah, for obvious reasons, we don't accept the beta for like proper games, like submissions on speedrun.com. Here we go. just get up here. Use those. I forgot to explain what those are. Those red like pads you see on the levels, they're exclusive for Carol. Like everyone else like can't see them, but only Carol can use them. And when you use them, they basically make you go from point to point. If any other character jumps on them, you just get like a few crystals. So Carol is the only one that can actually use them. Use those drills to go through here. Those drills have very weird hitboxes. Sometimes just don't seem to work. Instead of it being like a square hitbox, it seems to be like the drill bit is one hitbox and then the rest of it is another hitbox. So if it goes through but it hits, but the rocket thing hits something else, it doesn't count. Which is, you know, fun. Okay, so this is Absolution. This is single-handedly the reason why this stage is so hard for casuals. It does a lot of damage. And also, new players don't know that you can just hold him in place by jumping at him. There we go, that was the mini-boss. This is the second part of Battle Glacier. There's a sip here that I avoid like the plague. And even more so now that I have a Guitar Hero controller because it requires micro movement. Otherwise, you stop lock. And micro movement is not exactly something easy to do with a Guitar Hero controller. Let alone with a normal controller. I'm just gonna beat the stage normally. But yeah, that's it. All of this that I'm doing, like from fighting that boss onwards, all of this is just skipped. Every single thing I'm doing just gets skipped. Until about this part over here. Right about here. Problem is, it's very like, I think it, you know what, yeah, I'm just gonna call it, it's pixel perfect. If you're one pixel off, you either won't make it, or you get soft lock, and if you get soft lock, you lose the bike. You know, for the other characters, Lila Camilla, it doesn't matter, because restarting, you know, they don't have a power-up that you need to go fast. They just go fast. Carol, on the other hand, she needs the bike, which I just lost. So now I just need to go through all of these switches. I'm just gonna grab that shield up there. There we go. This is another shield I haven't explained. This is the Earth Shield. It attracts crystals. Now here I'm just gonna skip those drills. You can just get up here. You don't have to deal with that. Because the problem with those drills is you have to deal with 4 dudes that shoot at you. And that's 4 too many dudes I'd rather deal with. So we're fighting Dale again. This time he's in whatever that is. Ball with teeth. Now, without the bike, this fight is way, way harder, which is why there's a gas can on this arena, which I'm trying to not grab right now. Okay, he's one hit from dying. Just need to go for his shield again. And that was Battle Glacier. kill these balls, because why not? And yeah, the stage is done. Or is it? Yeah, no, the stage is done. Just waiting for the game to let me skip. There we go. So this is the final stage. Even though there's 4 of them, but they're all like they're basically the same place. So I count all 4 of them as the last stage. And the game does too. It just call them round 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they're all called the same. So all of these stages are very short, which is nice. There is a lot of going back and forth in this one. Just wanna jump off those moving platforms as soon as I can so I can drop straight down into the teleporters. Oh yeah, by the way, that was the only bike in the stage, so I'm out of bikes. I gotta be careful with those airlocks because if I don't jump right, I will just go down the airlocks and I just die. Although Carol is the only one that has like an easier time with those airlocks because she has the wall jump. The other characters you just have to accept that you die. Okay, so even though I said that was the only bike, there's another one right there. That one doesn't exist. It just doesn't. And you'll see why. Fighting this boss with a bike is near that impossible. He moves a lot, and with the bike you can wild claw combos. So you're better off just imagining that it just pretending that bike doesn't exist. Okay, so that was Final Dreadnought 1. There are no more cutscenes in between, so it just takes me to the next stage, which is nice. Okay, so Final Dreadnought 2. In this stage there are no bikes. But it's not too much of a problem because it's a really compact stage anyway. It's a fairly vertical... What? What? Okay, turns out in the beta, Dreadbox doesn't exist. Okay. You know what? I'm okay with that. So normally there's a box there that Lilac runners are absolutely afraid of because it has like a very important zip that requires that box, and it's finicky as hell and a half. Like, it makes the thermal based zip that I hate like it's nothing. And apparently in the beta the box just doesn't exist. Why didn't that change make it to the full game? I don't know. That really got me confused though, Jesus. right now I don't have any oxygen. You can see to the left. Yeah, they said the game said it to lower difficulty because those bubbles normally are not there. They're like exclusive to easy and casual mode. But because this game is dumb and the beta is even dumber, it got set to easy like halfway through the run, and I don't know why. It just does. And this is why I don't like playing the beta. But it's the only version that lets me use this guitar without finicking with the computer. Also, that means I have 3 hits on the shield, now that I think about it. So right now, over here, just gonna pause the game real quick so I can... Okay, let's do it the other way, right there, and it's almost impossible to do with this controller because of how awkward it is, and sometimes the button just doesn't work. Oh, hey, there's another shield there. Didn't know that. So that save that I tried to do, it lets me skip this entire the whole elevator. But this controller is so like weirdly finicky with the buttons. I just couldn't do it. Okay, now here I'm gonna restart so I can skip a cutscene and go straight to the boss. That was Final Dragon 2. Up next is Final Dragon 3, one of the shortest stages in the game. I'm not entirely sure if Final Dragon 1 is shorter than 3, but they're both really short. The good thing about this stage is there are a lot of fights early on. That keycard to open this door over here. Now he activated a bunch of turrets, which is not good. Jump on these springs. It's faster than going up the stairs. Now I'm just gonna boost jump a lot in this section to hit as little people as possible because the hitbox slows you down. And we're almost at the boss. I just need to open this door. Now up next there's an unskippable cutscene. I'm just gonna abandon the bike because there's no need for it. I can skip these cutscenes, so I'm just gonna let it play out. So this is a mutated Mila. Final Round of 3 boss. If you play as Mila, there's no boss at the end for all these reasons. And that was Final Round of 3. Oh yeah, the hitbox is still active, so I can still damage the boss after I'm done.
No!
And yeah, the fire shield does damage
You
over
gotta
time
be
if you
kidding
touch
me.
something, so yeah.
That's it!
So we're going to the final stage. It's Final Round of 4. Basically one... Oh, I moved the camera, whoops. There we go. Basically one huge vertical level. And I need to spring. And I need to jump. And everything's going wrong. Oh, no. Okay, now here there's a lot of teleports that I want to touch, but I won't touch them anyway because there's a zip on that corner. Just need to get there. If, you know, if I could play video games, which apparently I can't. I forgot how to video games. There we go. So I need to stand around here, like around here. There we go. And that lets me skip this whole area. So there's that big ass laser. Under normal circumstances, it would pretty much kill you if you take like the whole thing. But the game got switched to easy halfway through somehow, so I'm not entirely sure how it would work. Okay, and it'll still damage me, but I don't know if it'll be capable of killing me, and I'd rather not try. So I'm just gonna play normally. You can actually use that laser to damage it. Okay, I barely survived it. That answers my question. That answered my question. You can survive the whole thing. Then again, I had a shield, so... Also, I'm not getting health back, so... Either it switched halfway through, or memes are happening. I'm gonna go with memes. Okay, yeah, so apparently you don't get healed back if you don't have any health on easy. This game is weird, I don't get it. Oh, that's right, in this version the thing actually tracks you. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this cutscene. I can't skip it. No, I can just do that. Okay, so that's the first phase. I'm just gonna skip this for RTA reasons. It doesn't save any like in-game time, but it just skips like the thing blowing up, which is good. Okay. Okay, good. I still have lives to actually restart. One time it happened that I didn't have any remaining lives, so I just hit quit and killed the round right at the end, which is, you know, a good meme. And this is the final phase. Gotta be careful because even though it's still on CP, the knife still does like 4 petals, which is basically half your health. And that's time. I forgot to say time. And that was Freedom Planet on a Guitar Hero controller. That was a meme. Just gonna go ahead and turn this off.
Alright, so final time was 55-17. So GG.
Now question, did the Freedom Planet 2 incentive get met or?
Yes, indeed. So you're playing the demo.
Okay, let me hook up my normal controller now.
So what we're going to do really quick is just take a quick intermission so you get set up there, Nacho, and then we'll be right back.